now tuned into Women of Power
Kea Simone.
with Kea Simone.
Kea Simone.
Never lose yourself trying to find someone else. Hey,
Women of Power. Kea Simone. Women of Power. Kea Simone. Women of Power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself trying to find someone else. Women of Power. Kea Simone. Women of Power. Kea Simone. Women of Power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself trying to find someone else. Woman with power. Woman with power. Say yeah, yeah. If you a woman with power, say yeah, yeah.
hey,
Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself trying to find someone else.
Hey, lovely people. It is your girl, Kea Simone. Yes, welcome. It's me. Yes, I thank you. It's your girl, Kea Simone, coming to you straight from the 313, and you already know what it is. It's all love. Yes. So, welcome. So, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I hope you guys are staying warm because I'm here in Detroit and we're expected to have 6 to 8 inches within like the next couple of days. So, sounds like we're going to be snowed in. Oh no, I can't deal with all that snow. So, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into another episode of Kea Simone Help. Once you come in, just let us know that you're here. Let us know what you're having for lunch. You know, I'm nosy. I always want to know what you're all having for lunch when we do these noon sessions. Okay, so let us know what's for lunch. So I'm not gonna tell y'all what I had. I've just had my lunch like 15 minutes ago. So yeah, I be having weird cravings sometimes. Hey, Sharon. So let's just go ahead and get right into the first letter, okay? And feel free to let us know what you think about the letter and drop your comments, okay? And y'all remember what to do. So when there's something strange, just go ahead and just put in there what the what, okay? So you guys remember when the letter gets out of hand, we're going to go ahead and put in the comments what the what. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right into this first letter. And I don't have my camera on today because it feels like I worked a couple of jobs today, okay? I feel like I went to the club last night and I woke up trying to come to work, but that was not the case. A bagel, egg, and cheese sandwich. That sounds good, Sharon. If I had one from Einstein Bagel yesterday, and it was pretty good. I don't know if they have that at your city. So let's go ahead and jump right into the first letter. So the first letter, it says, "Hello, everyone. I am quite in the dumps mentally right now and hoping to get some help from you guys." Okay. Just to give you some context, I am not from the USA or Europe. I'm 37 years old, so it's a lady, okay? And she's married and have a toddler at home. Okay. Her husband, 38, is supportive, and both of us are each other's biggest supporters. We are equals in all respect. With that out of the way, both of us have siblings, elder. Okay, so they're the babies of the family. Okay. Trying to give as little private info as possible in case someone from our family reads this. The issue that both our parents, my parents, and my in-laws seem to be ever absent from our child's life. siblings have kids and they seem to be getting all the help and support from parents. The reason given to us is that the siblings are not in a position to take care of kids by themselves and need parental help. And me and my partner, are mentally more strong and can manage. Even though we ask for help from time to time, we are always second priority. I'm getting quite irritated with this. Child doesn't get much time with grandparents of late. I feel like I've been abandoned by my parents and been left to fend for myself. I can limit contact, but the feeling of being abandoned is hard to handle. Reasons given to us are not fake, but we are never a priority. I have no hope from them, but please help me. How do I deal with feeling? I am crying myself to sleep, not able to eat, and total wreck. Please help. Mm. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? So in this case, guys, I don't. Yeah, Sharon, what the what? I was trying to be nice. Sharon, I really was. Like, you guys are 37 and you're 37. Your husband is, y'all just is, okay. Get over it, okay? Grandparents these days are not watching kids like they used to, okay? Like, Trey Mack said this is a delicate situation. Trey Mack, you know grandparents are not the same that they used to be. Grandmamas and granddaddies don't even look the same, okay? Grandma be having a weave in her hair to her butt. Grandma be wearing a body shape what's the body con dress. Grandparents are not the same. Grandparents go on trips. Grandparents do a lot of stuff. Now she did mention that her and her husband are the baby of the family. So, again, sometimes like the oldest grandkids get more attention. So for me, I'm the second. No, I'm the third. I'm the third grandchild, but I'm the second girl. So because my mother and her sister had us when they were young, so they were like 16, my grandmother took a bigger role in our lives, okay? So she was like, she did more for us growing up because we needed more attention because our parents were, my mother was 17 when she had me. So my grandmother pretty much raised me. So with that being said, when her siblings, had babies, at that point they were, put together. Like my youngest aunt, she married a guy in the military, moved to Germany. So she was a little bit more, put together versus my mother. So I don't know if her little sister, ever felt some type of way, but I feel like that grandparents are not required to raise the children. So, I mean, if it's something deeper that you're crying yourself to sleep, then that's something that you may want to sit down and talk to your parents. So you're crying yourself to sleep because you had a conversation with them and they explained to you that the other siblings, have some other stuff going on and they feel like you and your husband have, a decent life. So I'm not sure what the problem is. Like, it is what it is. You can't force someone to, accept you. And I understand that the kids may see that there's favoritism, but I don't think that you're the black sheep of the family. I think that you just got yourself together and maybe the grandparents are overwhelmed with the other situations. I mean, let's say, for example, that someone has a, a drug problem. Okay, that person may take a lot of, more, they need more help. So that doesn't mean that the grandparent want to, take on all these responsibilities, but they may just feel obligated because it's family. So, if they're telling you that your siblings need more help, you you may know some of the information why they need more help and you just, not taking that into consideration. So let's see what you guys have to say. So grandparents are young now versus our grandparents. Exactly, Rhonda. Like my grandmother looked like a grandmother, okay? Like my grandmother, like when you go over her house, it just felt like a grandma's house. When my grandmother made a sandwich, like a regular sandwich, okay, it just tasted so good. And it like I still try to make my sandwich like hers, but it just don't taste like hers. I don't know what type of bread she used. Maybe it was because she made it with love, but grandparents are different now. My mother, she's a grandparent. And my mother, she don't be watching no grandkids, and she only have two. I don't have kids. My brother has two boys. My mother's not sitting at home watching no grandkids. She don't listen. My mother is not, okay? Trey Mack says, I'm not concerned with her and his parents. I'm more concerned with the sense of adoration she is seeking for her and his parents at her age. It's a little weird and sound like mommy me too syndrome. Exactly. So it's just like, it's something probably going on with the other siblings. It could have been something like maybe a divorce, maybe one of the siblings is a single parent and you and your husband are together as a team. There's other things in the equation that you may have to do more for other people, and it's like sometimes not. Why are you asking for help if you really don't need it? That's what I'm saying, Trey. I'm with you. And she's almost 40. Girl, get over it. Now I can see if the grandparents be like, when it's Christmas time, they buy everybody a gift except your kids, and your kids are sitting there at the Christmas tree feeling left out. But it sounds like you just want a babysitter, or you just. So Sharon says, you're grown people and married. Leave your father and mother and cleave to your wife. I get you want quality time for your kids with their grandparents. But see, Sharon F., the thing is that people want the grandparents to raise kids all over again. Like, let your parents live their best life. Grandparents is when you feel like being bothered. Like, you're like, hey, you know what? I feel like taking the kids to Disney World. Or I feel like, going out and have, ice cream this Sunday. That's what grandparents do. Grandparents spoil the grandkids and let them get away with stuff. But they're not supposed to be living babysitters and just stop their lives because you feel in some type of way. And I'm with Trey again at this age. So Sharon F said, these grandmas be dipping and doing it now. Exactly. Like my mama, listen, my mother had my nephews. Now she volunteered to go get them. Okay. And I'm in Michigan. So it was an ice storm. Okay. My mother, when she got tired of them two boys, my mother came out in an ice storm and brought them kids to my house. I said, she's slipping and sliding in these Detroit streets, trying to get rid of them kids. For real. Grandparents is not, they patience be shot. Grandparents is not trying to be at home with them kids. And okay, so let's go here. Let's do this scenario. What if she got bad kids? And the grandparents don't want to say that. Because, you got some kids that you'll be like, these kids are out of order. So it might be some other stuff that she'd be like, Because there's certain people, kids, I'll be like, don't bring them kids over here. But these grandparents be dipping, okay? And exactly, Trey Mack, you and your husband sound stable. Her siblings less so. That's probably why they don't get that much attention. Exactly. Because like I said, so my father wasn't in the picture, okay? So my mother again was 17. So my grandmother always took more attention to me because I didn't have a father figure in my life. So the first 3 grandkids did not have father figures. So my grandmother kind of took that role on. So everybody that came after, they knew who their father was. Their father was somewhat, he might, not lived in the home, but he was somewhere around, okay? Or doing something, or it was a family unit somehow. But with the first 3 grandchildren, we didn't get that. So my grandmother took a little bit, more attention to us. She, when she come over, she might slide your extra $25, So listen, but your kids sound like they're in a stable home. So I'm with Trey. Get over it. Around here, and grandparents get them when they want to. That's my mother. Like my mother, she listen, I'm telling you, she would bring them kids. She would take them home with the quickness. Like, this has been long enough. We on Lock said this story ain't nothing new. My cousin used to do that all the time, and she's a couple of months older than I am. Whew, yeah, like I said, and you never know, and then sometimes you might not know all the backstory. So sometimes like you trying to keep this letter secret. Like you said, you don't want to tell too much because you don't want nobody to realize it's you or your family. But sometimes there may be private issues that your mother may know or that she can't tell you or you're not privy to why she spends more time with the other children. You know, like just because that's your sister or your brother don't mean that you have to know all their business. It could be a lot of things that's going on behind the scenes that you are not aware of or privy to. So she tried to tell you in so many words that you and your husband are stable. So basically go have a seat. So I again don't think you're the black sheep of the family. Sharon says, I'm not a grandparent yet, but I try to help out my great nieces and nephews when I feel like, again, key word, I feel like it. Okay. Like I said, I have nephews. I, I watch you when I feel like it. Okay. I spoil you. When I see you, I take care of you well. So again, this letter basically, I don't know. I'm just gonna throw in a what to what because it's just like I think you're just in your feelings and you're saying you have this wonderful husband and all this other good stuff. Enjoy your husband, enjoy your life, and don't be crying yourself to sleep about why your mother don't want to watch your kids. Girl, go have a seat. Okay? So the people that just came in, let us know in the comments what you're having for lunch. We want to know. We're nosy. Okay? We want to know. We want to know what you're having for lunch. Thank you. I'm not really feeling sick. I'm just tired. Like I said, I feel like I've been to the club and work was real hectic this morning. Like it's been so busy. So I was like, okay. But thank you, Rhonda. So let's pull up the next letter. I'm gonna get some sleep tonight, and that's my problem. I don't sleep. I get creative at night. So anybody knows that I write. I'm an author. Do this. I do a lot of stuff, and so I'm always up. And then at like midnight, my insomnia kicks in, and then I just get creative, and then I'm just up. And even if I turn the lights off, it's still I'm up. So let's pull up the next letter. Bad date. Okay, let's see what they're talking about. Okay, so let's go ahead. Me and my girlfriend went out to eat last night. We were sat at a table with 4 chairs in the middle of a smallish room. There were a few other tables occupied and a couple that were empty. After we were seated and we're looking at menus, we both noticed there was a table that had seats 2 and more private right next to where we were sitting. She asked if we should sit there instead. I agreed and said we should ask the waitress, assuming they would be back within a minute or two. She immediately says, we're paying customers. We should be able to sit wherever we want to. Okay. Or something close to that effect. And there were people sitting directly behind her who obviously heard her and started to stare at us. I was a little embarrassed, awkward because it was a pretty nice restaurant. And I hate being the center cause of attention. I went along and we moved to the table, but the mood was kind of awkward because of my anxiety and feeling that the other people were still staring and judging us. We ate and the food was great, but afterwards, she was mad because of the mood tension. I explained to her why I felt the way that I did, and I'm sorry that I just couldn't shake it off because of my anxiety issues, and explained that I'm the type of person that would rather wait and ask if we could move instead of just doing it because maybe there's a reason they set us there at certain tables because of a waitress sections or reservations, etc. Also because it was embarrassing because she kind of made a scene and people were staring at us. She accused me of ruining the mood because of the way I reacted, feeling embarrassed, tense, etc. But I asked why she was accusing me of ruining the mood with my energy when I was reacting on her negative energy. Doesn't it work both ways? I wasn't anxious over nothing, but the way she reacted caused others to react to us. Whoo, y'all. So what the what? This sounds like a first date. um. Mm. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna leave that up there. I'm trying to. So did he talk to her first? I'm trying to figure out like if this was a this. It just sounded like she was a ghetto hot mess. Okay, you know. I don't curse. I've been asked the Lord to deliver me from my pot. And I really didn't have like a potty mouth, but in my 20s, I did pick up a few cuss words and whatever. But after a while, I was just like, I don't, like I said, don't judge. I'm not judging anyone, but I just was like, I don't want to be that lady that have a dirty mouth, so I don't curse. Now, I'm not saying that cursing don't be in me because sometimes, like, if the situation you bump your toe, a cuss word may come out every now and then, and I just ask for forgiveness from the Lord. But with this, it sounds like this lady you guys, basically, she did you a favor. She did you a favor because now you know that she's a rah-rah type of girl. So it sounds like that she's more aggressive than you and she's more outspoken and you're a more laid back rules type of guy. So, you play by the rules, she doesn't. So again, I just think that if this is a first date or early on, cut your losses, keep it moving. Because you know that she's more, she's not a rule person. I'm a rule person. I follow rules. And again, I might ask you why, but I'm going to follow rules. So I will ask you like, okay, is that table for someone else? Is there a reason why I can't sit at that table? Because most recently I went to a restaurant and the table was by a door and it was really cold. So is there a reason why, that table, is empty? Is it available? Just so you're not sitting at a table that's reserved, or it could be a number of reasons why you shouldn't be sitting there. So I believe he should just cut his losses. What do you guys think? So We on Lock says he moved with his brother, his wife, and 3 of their kids. So he's talking about letter 1. Of their kids in my house twice before. They always wanted me to babysit. Just imagine having your kids along with theirs for 3 hours. Exactly. Listen. My nerves be shot with too many kids. Trey Max said, hey, Kia, when you're writing, are you the gardener or architect? I'm going to have to get back with you on that, Trey. I never really thought about that much. I don't know. Rhonda says, what to what? Yeah, I just want to know, wait, he sound like he just like, why is your nerves getting bad? Cut your losses. Okay, this girl's not for me. Like, if I go out with a dude and he's too aggressive, like, I met a guy and he will always call ladies B. He be like, yeah, that B, she saw me. Like when he be driving, get over B. So I was like, okay, let me I can't deal with you because you're too aggressive. You're calling ladies out of their name. No, that's not the type of person that I want in my presence or in my, around me. So you just pay attention to what they're doing because I'm not that type of person, or I don't like that energy. Like he was real confrontational. It was always a problem with everyone but him. So he wasn't the type of person that I wanted to date or, continue, moving forward with because he was too aggressive. Like, why are you like calling a stranger a B? You don't know that lady. Trey Max said this is why people get their food messed with. Exactly. She was up there cutting up. And then why was she cussing loud enough for the people to hear? Listen, she better be glad he didn't leave her butt standing in the restaurant. Because I would have been like, you know what? We can just go ahead and cancel this reservation. Because I, I just lost my appetite. Sharon F says, respect other people's space. Please ask to be moved. Exactly, because you never know what's going on. Like, maybe it's a fire hazard. Maybe it's a leak on the ceiling and you just don't know. So, again, you can ask. Because, again, the last time I went out to eat, it was by a door and it was real chilly over there. So, I need to know what this is. I see a table over there, a table over there. What's going on? And you can ask. We don't like, yeah, ghetto child. That's what I'm saying. Like, luckily he's seen it early on. I wouldn't stress over it. Trey Mack says, picked up a few cuss words, Kia. Really? Only a few, huh? I did. I had a boyfriend that used to cuss like in my 20s, and he was a cusser. His mother was a cusser. His whole family was a cuss. They just cussed. They had foul mouths, potty mouths. And so being around them, I picked up a few cuss words. And then I was like, no, this is not me. I want, I'm a lady like, so I try to, not curse. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I don't cuss. Because again, if I stump my toe or I drop my whole meal on the floor, if I'm hungry and I drop the whole meal, I may say, oh, and then ask for forgiveness. Sorry, it just comes out sometimes because it's still there. We on Lock says that's partially his fault. He knew what he had the moment she spoke. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Did y'all talk on the phone? Did y'all have a conversation? Because usually people can't hide that they got potty mouths like that. Because like I said, the guy that I'm talking about that was in the car, he would call all ladies bees. So I was like, okay, you ain't gonna get the opportunity to call me out my name. So let's just nip this in the bud right now, okay? So he just, you know what I'm saying? He would always be like, everywhere we would go, it was a problem. Not even just restaurants, everything, he was just confrontational. So this girl right here sounds like she just, she has a lot of masculine energy, it sounds like, and he's more passive. So, sir, why are you writing this letter? Y'all, at this point, you took her home or she went home. You should be over it and moving on. So are you writing this letter because you want to continue dating her? I'm lost. Okay. I mean, this don't even seem like this needs a letter. This is one of those, like what the what? What the what are you thinking? She's showing you who she is. Okay. So you see who she is. What's the problem? You know, if you pursue something, that's on you. But we all in the audience saying what the what, because it sounds like it's gonna only escalate when something doesn't go her way. We on Lock says, would you people like this a second change? I'm sorry, can you clarify? We on Lock. You said, would you people like this a second change? I don't know. Clarify for me. The next one says, I will let a word or two come out. Exactly, Rhonda. Sometimes it's still in us. Trey Mack says, oh, blame it on the ex-boyfriend kid. Go right on ahead. He was, Trey Mack. His whole family had potty mouths. So, like, so Trey Mack, I was brought up in the church, okay? We went to church like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, twice on Sunday, okay? So, my family, I wasn't brought up around people that cuss, so it wasn't like I was a cusser. So when I got out the house and I met this gentleman, and I'm gonna say gentleman, use it loosely, but he had a potty mouth. And I'm not blaming him, but that's why I said yesterday we talked about friends. If people rub off on you. So that's why you gotta be careful who the company you keep. And Trey Mack went on to say, she said, Rhonda says seriously. Trey Mack says, now sometimes you don't know what or how a person will act until they are in a particular situation. So it may not be his fault. I'm just saying. I think that she probably showed some signs on the phone. Cause like I said, the people I know, they got they like, I got a couple of girlfriends, and you be like, girl, you low key ghetto. You know what I'm saying? They be all professional at the workplace. And then you talk to them after work, they be like, ooh. So I'm sure if he had enough conversations before that date, he had a little indication that she can be a bit much. He just wasn't ready for it. Thank you, Rhonda. What the what? That's what I'm saying. What the what, sir? Why is you writing this letter? Okay, if you want to continue dating her, that's what you want us to say. Then you're gonna have to, toughen up, buttercup. Oh, would I give this person a second chance? He can have a conversation with her. We on Lock and say, hey, I'm not into, public, like this, I don't. He can, but in this case, I think this is who she is, and he's just seen the tip of it. So I would have a conversation like, I'm a, laid back person, and I usually don't, put up a fuss when I go to restaurants. I like it kind of, cause see, I have family members we on lock that we're not going out to eat because they do this. We on lock. Tell me in the comments, do you have people in your family that you would never go out to eat with? Say, I would never go out with this family member. You don't gotta say a name. Don't say a name. But we all got that family member that we're not going out to dinner with. So I have this one aunt. She never has any money, okay? She don't tell you she don't have the money. She just, when we say we going to wherever, she's the first one in the car, the first one at the restaurant, okay? Then she get there and she orders up everything on the menu, okay? Then she tell the people, her requirements are so specific that it's ridiculous. Like even when she go to Burger King, she said, "Okay, can I have my Whopper freshly broiled, cut in half with the lettuce slightly tilted to?" She be extra, okay? So when she go to a restaurant, she's like, "Oh, well, did you do this and did you do this?" And she's asking all these questions. Now she sends stuff back. She does all this extra stuff, and then she's like, "Oh, I don't like that person." And I'm like, they can still hear you, yes. And then she just does the most. And then when the bill come, oh, guess what? She don't have no money. So guess what that means? One of us there got to help her pay for the meal. So that means that she's not going to even tip, but she put these waitress or waiters through all this work and the cook and everybody else. So then she's like, "Well, bring your manager over here, this and that." And she'd be going off. Like literally, this aunt goes off. Like when I say she goes off, we be just looking like, oh my gosh. So now whenever they say she's coming, I'll be like, I'll pass. So I think in this case, if he said it was embarrassing, just some people just shouldn't go out to restaurants. I forgot who said it earlier, but that's why stuff happens to your food because y'all be acting up. Stop acting up at these restaurants. Yeah, sorry. Okay. He said he got big fingers. We on lock said, "Man, this is the reason why I love my grandmother and miss her so much after church." Wait, she was cussing at the church? We on lock. Your grandmama was cussing after church? Oh my goodness. Trey Mack said, "Oh, I was a church boy." Uh, he was a church boy too. You better talk to somebody who don't know. Okay. So we didn't cuss. Like I didn't even watch certain TV shows. Like certain musicians I don't know from that time. So when I turned 18, I had to catch up with all the music because I didn't know like a lot of songs. I still don't know a lot of stuff because if it was during that time that I was growing up, I just missed out on all that. Um we on lock says, "I am very gracious, so the Christian in me would stay a few minutes longer just to ask her 3 simple questions. And if she answers them all wrong, then there is no second date." So what questions are you going to ask we on lock? What 3 questions? Sharon F, "Yes, I had a friend just not nice to service or staff." Yeah. So we've all had that person that you just be like I actually told one of the people we went out for a birthday party, and one of the ladies, she was just doing the most. She was like, "Oh, I can't taste the alcohol in this daiquiri. I can't do this and this. Well, what's wrong with this?" And she told me that she was beefing with the lady from the last time. And I'm like, "So you keep coming back to this restaurant harassing this lady? Um, let me just get my stuff and go because I don't want no parts of this. It's a pandemic, so you better be glad the lady came to work." Do you know how many restaurants that are not open or that people you can't get food? So this is a restaurant that actually is serving people. So be cool, be breezy. He said he can't think of one. That's okay. It's still early. Rhonda said yes, and this person is always looking for a reason to not leave a tip or get something free. Exactly, that's embarrassing. So yeah, we all have that friend or family member that you don't want to go to dinner with. And this girl in this letter sounds like that person. She sounds like the person you don't want to go out to eat with because there's going to be a problem every time. The bread is you toasted it too much. The fries are not warm enough. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Yes, Trey Mac. So yes, he says, Trey Mac said, looking at Kia like, I know what that face mean. I know y'all good girls. Yes, you know we get into stuff, you know. Once we get out into the world, we want to explore. So I'm back to being that good girl though, okay? I've lived my best life and now I'm back to being, you know, the low key, basically homebody, I guess. So I enjoyed you guys. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed coming in and with your lunch. I love you guys. You guys actually come in during the lunch hour and spend your lunches with me. And you're catching on to the what's. Um, we had a good time last night, y'all. If you missed the show, who in the chat right now caught the Corey versus Kia show last night? If you caught the Corey versus Kia show, drop in the comments. Yes, 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 yes. So let us know that you love it. That was so fun. Like Corey versus Kia, I had a good time. And it's only going to get better with time. So just make sure that if you didn't catch it, that you go back and watch the Corey versus Kia blind dates. That's what we talked about. So yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday. Rhonda, you missed it. It was a good time. It was a good time. Yes. Oh, you back? Ooh, Queen. Ooh, win. Yes. Hold on. Yes. I'm back, Trey Mac. I'm back to a homebody, okay? Mm-hmm. Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. I try to get dressed up every now and then. You know, just I usually dress up for my collab. So usually when I do CMK, I put my hair on and you know throw a little face together. But thank you, Sharon. We on like dropped his questions in there. Do you believe in God? Yes, that's a must question. What do you want to be in life professionally? Yeah. Cause one of my friends, her husband asked her what does she want to be? And she said, Lil' Kim. Girl, you too old to be Lil' Kim. Excuse me for laughing. I said, that's why your husband don't want to be with you no more, because you told him Lil' Kim is your aspiration. Lil' Kim is like, okay, carry on, Kia. Do you have any kids? And if so, is your baby father still in the picture? Okay, those are some good questions. Yes, Rhonda, you got to do a replay. You got to do it. Me and Corey had a good time. Um, Sharon, you said you were in the bushes. Yeah. So again, if you like that, just keep on let us know that you like it, so we know we can continue. You know, we only know to continue something or that people are catching on is if you guys, you know, hit that like. That you guys, you know, come in and you know chat it up with us, and then we know we got something good. So yes, Rhonda, she said, look Kim. And it was funny because this is my friend. I love her. I love her, Rhonda. But I was like, that's why your husband mad at you. Because he tried to figure out who did he marry. He was like, look, Kim, your aspiration is to be like, look, Kim. What? He was like, what the what? And I didn't want to tell her. So I'm trying not to tell too much too because I'm trying to keep her identity hidden. But her husband told my boo, okay? So her husband and my boo were friends, okay? So they were having a man-to-man conversation and it was pillow talk. So when my boo came home, he had pillow talk on me and was like, "Oh my goodness." Your girl told my man she want to be Lil' Kim. So I can't tell her that I know, like how I know, whatever. But I'm like, child, that's why he mad at you. Cause you want to be Lil' Kim. Whew. That pillow talk be a mess, but like I said, he told me a whole bunch of stuff. Like, but yeah, she wanted to be Lil' Kim. Trey Max says, "Pull your church fan out, kid." I sure did. In the summertime, I did it on my shows. I used to have a church fan. Trey Max. Flushed and blessed sounds yummy to me. Yep, I used to have my church fan. I got a couple of them around here. Yes, we on like. Thank you for stopping by. We on like. I really do appreciate you stopping by. Yes, 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 yes. It was a good time. So today is Thursday. Tomorrow is CMK. Make sure you stop by CMK tomorrow at 10 o'clock p.m. That's the lady show, so it'll be Crystal and myself tomorrow night. Just stop by if you just want to hear some good old girl talk. It's every Friday, 10 o'clock p.m. Make sure you show my co-host some love. So if you are not already signed up for Corey Black's channel, make sure you go ahead and sign up. His channel is Black Made Media. Put it in the comments for you guys. So sign up for his page too, because again, sharing is caring. You know, we trying to get these algorithms together and just show each other some love and support to make sure, you know, we grow in this thing, okay? So I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm going to get some rest, Sharon. Yes, I am. Thank you, Sharon. You are so considerate. I do. I need to learn how to go to bed. I'm serious. Every night, you guys, every night at 12 o'clock, it feels like my internal clock starts the party. It's like I'm wide. It's just like I don't even be feeling sleepy. Now in the daytime I'm sleepy, but at night that's when I be like, oh, I could do this, I could do this. I be having full energy. Trey Max says, hold on, which Lil Kim? 90s Lil Kim, 2000s Kim, Muppet Kim. I think she was still living in the past, Trey Max. She was stuck on the 90s Kim. You know how sometimes when we get older, Trey Max, yes, I can't tell you which boo thing because then it's gonna reveal who she is. That's why I can't say. I'm trying to, you know, it. Okay, so let me tell y'all before I leave. Y'all know Kea Simone is known for her stories, okay? I have a lot of stories. I observe a lot of stuff. I'm that person who sit back in the cut and be seeing everything. But when I tell y'all the stories, I be trying to like conceal people's privacy somewhat. And so I be trying to like kind of switch the story up a little bit just so they won't know it's them or other people won't know it's them. So it'd be kind of hard. So that's why I said if I said my boo thing, who he was to me or whatever, then they would know who she is. So that's why I was trying to like kind of, you know. But yeah, it was 90s Kim. She was stuck. Just like, you know, dudes be stuck, you know, with the Coogee sweater. I think they bring Coogee sweaters back. But yeah, she was stuck in the 90s. Poor baby. Yes, Sharon, get him. Get him. He be on Kia. You know? But I still love y'all. Trey Mack, no, he the homie. So when I come to Atlanta, I'm gonna be where's Trey Mack? Do anybody know who Trey Mack 26 is? So okay, guys, I'm gonna get some rest. I promise, so I could be, you know, refreshed for tomorrow night. Goodbye.
Yeah. You're now tuned into Women of Power
Kea Simone.
with Kea Simone.
Kea Simone.
Never lose yourself trying to find someone else. Hey.
Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself trying to find someone else. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself trying to find someone else. Woman with power. Woman with power. Say yeah, yeah. If you a woman with power, say yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone.